discuss about class versus object in this video. So before discussing about this theoretical concept, please keep it in your mind that this video is very important for interview purpose and also for learning many things regarding object oriented programming language, especially Java. So this is the basic video and the mandatory video that you need to watch before proceeding to next videos. So let's come to the point. What is a class? So here there's only one basic difference between class and object. We will try to cover that in the later part of this video. Before discussing about class and object, I will try to relate this class and object with real world example. So if you want to build a house, so for that what we need to do is you will try to first design the blueprint on that house on a white paper. So here we can relate this blueprint of that house with the class in object oriented programming languages. So here blueprint. So for creating your house, you are trying to create the blueprint on the white paper. Similarly, for creating objects in the real world in programming languages, you need to have some blueprint. That blueprint is called class. Using this blueprint, you can create n number of objects. So using that blueprint, you can build n number of houses. Similarly, using this blueprint, which is class, you can create n number of actual entities which are called objects. So this is the basic scenario behind class and object in the real world. Now let's come to the formal definition. Class, blueprint that describes the state or behavior of an object. So here this class describes the state and behavior of an object. So using this class you can create any number of objects. Now let's come to the definition of object. It has state and behavior. So this object is the real world entity. So when if an entity has state and behavior, then it can be considered as an object. For example, if you consider human class, that human class has both states and behaviors. So states are called height, weight, and then skin tone and etc. Similarly, behaviors are called walking, eating, sleeping, and then running, etc., working, etc. These are the behaviors of human. So whenever an entity has both states and behaviors, then we can consider that as an object. So these are the two theoretical content that are mandatory for learning any object oriented programming languages. So let's come to the Java example regarding class. So this is a sample class. So what I have done is I have created a class called human and I have defined some variables called height and weight, which are called states. So let's come to this example. Public class human. So a public and class are called the keywords. So a public and class are two keywords. All the characters in these keywords should be in lowercase. So keywords have some special meaning. I have already covered about the keywords in the previous videos. If you haven't watched, please go and watch that video also. Human is the class name, actual class name. You can keep any name here. So in this scenario, the human, I have kept human as a class name. You can keep dog as a class name, or cat as a class name, or it can be any name. It doesn't matter at all. So please try to keep the class name based on your use case. According to our example, human has states called height and weight. So we are trying to define that in this class: float height, float weight. So float is some data type, height are some identifier or variable. We will try to cover these things in a detailed manner in upcoming videos. For now, just consider this is a class. This is a blueprint. So using this blueprint, we need to create the real objects. So for example, you have the blueprint of your house. If you want to build a house, what you need some raw materials like cement, bricks, sand, and etc. And you need also the laborers to actually build the house. So in Java, even if you have the blueprint of an object, you need to build an object. So for that, what we are trying to do is we are trying to use a new keyword. There are n number of ways by which we can create an object. by using new keyword we can create an object, which is widely used method for creating an object in object oriented programming languages. Human Rakesh is equal to human open and close bracket semicolon. Here human is the class name, Rakesh is the object name, equal to new is the keyword which is telling the Java compiler to create a new object for human. So this is the first object. So now we will try to relate with the house blueprint. So using one blueprint you can create n number of houses if you have that raw materials and if you have the land like that. Similarly, using one class which is a blueprint, you can create n number of objects. Here Rakesh is one of those objects and Lenin is another object. So you can create n number of objects, it doesn't matter at all. So thanks for watching this video. We will try to cover many things in the upcoming videos.